Possible prediction card trick that I posted last week on this channel blew up. It's the most viral video that's ever been on this channel. 135,000 views in just a week. This trick is even stronger. It's completely self-working, it doesn't need any sleight of hand, and you don't even touch the deck. Let's get into it. So here's what the trick looks like. We're going to shuffle up the cards, give them a little mix, and I'm going to remove a prediction. Now, I've got a feeling about one card. So if we just go ahead, and I'm going to go with this card, and we're going to place it inside the card box, and we'll get back to that at the end of the trick. So from this point, you give the cards to the spectator and you never touch them. So they can cut the cards like this, give the cards a little shuffle, give them a cut, give them a shuffle, give them a little mix like so. And then you ask them to deal 3 piles. 3 piles of cards, like the dealing cards in a poker game. But the difference is they can do it randomly. So they can go from one pile to the next like this, or maybe over here like this. And also if they want to deal from the bottom of the deck, they can do that. They can deal from the middle of the deck. It is absolutely up to them. So the spectator ends up dealing these piles like this really randomly from wherever they want. And then whenever they're happy, they stop. So you end up with these 3 piles of cards, and you say, now each one of these piles is going to represent something about a playing card. A color, a value, and a suit. So we're going to start with the color first, like which pile do you want to represent the color? And they have a completely free choice. So let's say they say this pile. You say, great, okay. Now, do you remember when you were a kid and you used to pluck the petals from the daisy and you'd be like, she loves me not, she loves me, she loves me not, right? We're going to do it with the cards, and there's 2 colors, red and black, right? So you're going to deal 1 card underneath the packet, 1 card down, 1 card underneath, 1 card down, and you're going to go red, black, red, black, red, black. And whatever color you finish on, that's going to be the color. So again, spectator can pick up the cards and they go red, black, 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 red. Okay, so it's red. And naturally, if there were more or less cards in that, that would affect the outcome, but we ended on red, so it's a red card. So now 2 piles left. They get to choose which pile is going to represent the suit. So let's say they say, well, this pile is going to represent the suit. You say, great, well, you had red, so you've got hearts and diamonds. So hearts and diamonds, you can do the same thing again. She loves me not, but with hearts and diamonds. So they pick up this packet. Remember, they could have had a free choice in either packet, and there are a random amount of cards in each packet, so it does affect the outcome here. So we have hearts, diamonds, 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 hearts. Okay, hearts. We have 1 final packet that's left. This is obviously now going to represent the value. So for the first time they have a look at the card they cut at, the value is 10. Okay, so 10. Color red, suit heart, we end up with a 10 of hearts. Now remember, they chose this pile to represent the value. If they'd have chose either of the other 2 piles, they would have got a completely different card. But we ended up with the 10 of hearts. Bear in mind, the spectators does everything from the very start of the trick. They've handled the cards, they've chose which pile, they dealt the cards randomly. But in the end, you remove 1 card from the card box, and that card is none other than the 10 of hearts. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So before we get into the trick this week, I just want to say a massive thank you, because the impossible prediction card trick that I did last week on the channel, you guys loved it so much that it went viral. It had over 150,000 views in just over a week. That is insane, and that's down to you guys, so thank you so much for that. I think the trick this week is even stronger, and if you agree, hit the like button. Let me know. Let me know in the comments down below. Let's start a conversation, because there's some really, really great psychology in this trick, and there's some beautiful forces, and I think you're going to be really excited about this one. If you're new to the channel, then welcome. If you like self-working card tricks, you are in the right place. If you love self-working card tricks, then you might want to check out my course. I've literally taken the best self-working card tricks in the world and put them together into one course. I know a bunch of you guys have signed up already, so listen, do me a favor. If you have signed up to the course and you're loving it, drop me a comment down below and let me know how it's going and how much you're enjoying it. And if you've not signed up already, you're missing out. If you like the stuff on this channel, the stuff on the course is next level. So I'll put a link over here. I'll put a link in the description down below. Follow it and check it out. But right now we are gonna get into the trick this week. It is super easy. It's hands off. It's mind blowing. You guys are gonna love it. Let's get into it. All right, guys, let's get into the explanation for this one. This is an absolutely awesome trick. It's got some really nice psychology. The whole thing is just put together in such an amazing way. So It's very, very simple. There's a small setup. All you're going to do is take a 4 of a kind out. So I like using the 10s for this. Take any 4 of a kind out, it can be whatever you want. And then you just need to remember the top card. So I always use hearts. So that's going to be my force card. That is going to be my force card. 10 of hearts. Okay, so your 4 10s are on top. And you remember the top card, which in this case is the 10 of hearts. So you're going to start the trick. Just, have the cards set up, ready to go. And you're going to start the trick by giving the cards a shuffle. Now, if you're a pro and you know how to retain the top stock when you do a riffle shuffle, go for it. That always looks cool. But I'll show you a really, really nice shuffle that's very, very convincing. And it is a genuine shuffle, actually. It just acts like a cut. You're going to take the cards like this. Obviously, you've got your top stock there. All you're going to do is you're going to drop about half the cards in your hand, like this. So remember, your top stock's here now. And now you're just going to shuffle on top of it, like that. And you go, now hang on a minute, Matt, why are you shuffling those cards into the middle? And that's because now you say, before we start, I'm going to remove a prediction. Now, it's important you say before we start, because then when you recap at the end, you can say, now, when we started the trick, I never touched the cards. So this is like pre-trick. This is before the trick. What you're going to do is you're going to go through and you're going to remove your force card. So I'm going to remove my 10 of hearts. But as I go through the cards like this, obviously we don't want the audience to see all of those 10s together. So I'm simply just going to pull the cards towards myself. I'm going to go through and I'll show you what I do. So I spread through the cards like this. I see my 4 10s there. And I separate the cards so that all the 10s are in my right hand. Remember, your cards are like this at this point, so they can't see what you're doing. And I just drop that 10 of hearts off the top, like this. And then this pile now goes underneath the others. This one goes underneath, which means that that brings your other 3 10s back to the top of the pack, like so. So it looks like all you've done is you've removed 1 card, you don't look at it. Remember, this is your force card. And you're going to put that card into the card box. You can do this a number of different ways, by the way. You can have the spectator just put it in the pocket and not look at it. I did have another thought with this, actually. Here's what you could do. And this was a suggestion in the last video that I did, the impossible prediction trick that I may have mentioned 1 or 2 times in this video. So you can have the spectator choose the prediction card without knowing what it is by using another force, which is the Balducci force. So it's the cut deeper force. It's a really nice force. All you have them do is take the cards out of the box. You say, before we start, I'm going to get you to choose a random card. So cut maybe about 1/3 of the cards off like this and turn them over and put them back on the deck. So they literally can cut anywhere like this, about 1/3 of the cards, whatever, turn them face up and put them on top like this. And then you go, or I'll tell you what, do it again, just cut a little bit deeper this time. So you ask them to cut deeper than they originally did, maybe about half the cards, something like that. And then ask them to turn this block over and put them back on top. Now, if they spread through the cards like this, the first face down card they come to, it's actually forced the 10 of hearts on them. So what you can then do is you say, we'll spread through to the first face down card, and we're not even going to look at that card. Take these cards, place them face down underneath the packet. That leaves your next 3 10s on top, ready for the rest of the trick. And you say, we're not even going to look at that card. We're going to put it inside the card box. And you've actually then been able to force your prediction, which I thought was a cool idea. We'll use it here. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments below. I think it's a nice touch. So now we're going to proceed with the rest of the trick. And this is all psychology. It's really nice. So you can get the spectator to shuffle the cards. Here's how you do it. All you're going to do is ask them to cut about 1/3 of the deck down onto the table, then shuffle the rest of the cards like this. This is a really, really nice idea by, I think it's John Kerry, but I saw it, I think it was a Ben Earl lecture. And then you ask them to cut another pile, like so, and shuffle again, and then place these down to the right of that. So he's just cutting from left to right and shuffling in between. Now this pack hasn't been shuffled, but because of the procedure, it looks like the whole deck's been shuffled. And now if you reassemble them like this, this packet on top of the middle packet, this on top of everything, that then still leaves your 10s on top, and it looks like the whole deck's been shuffled. And you can have the spectator do this. You just give it to them, and you'll tell them where to cut the cards and to shuffle, and you can just walk them through it, and then they've done it, and it seems really fair and honest. Now you have them deal as if they were dealing in a poker game, 3 hands of cards. So you just have them deal the 3 cards out like this, and after they've dealt the 3 cards, because these are your 10s, your other 10s, then you can say, oh, by the way, you can deal backwards. You can deal random, you know, or you can deal a couple of cards onto each pile. You can deal from the bottom, you can deal from the middle, whatever you want. And so then it can be really funny here. You can get them to do loads of really, really crazy stuff. And they're doing this random deal where they're dealing randomly and like a couple of cards on each pack, and it doesn't matter what they do. And eventually you just say, and stop whenever you want. Then get rid of this packet, and these are squared up. And you say each one of these piles is going to represent something about a playing card. We have a color, a suit, and a value. You get them to choose any pile to represent the color. Now, this is an amazing force. It's called the petal force, and I absolutely love this. So they choose any pile. So let's go with this one. You say, okay, this is going to represent the color. Now, do you remember that thing you used to do with the daisies? Pluck the petals and you go, she loves me not. This is a force to force one of two things. So the rule is, whatever you start with and put underneath, that's what you'll finish on. Okay, so you said to the spectator, you're going to deal red and black, but the first card you're going to put underneath, next card table, next card underneath, next card table, and you're going to start. So go red, black, red, black, red, black. And that way you're starting with red, right? Remember, start with red. So they'll go red, black, 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 red. All right. Similarly, if you started with black and you put black underneath first, you would end with black. Whatever you start with and put underneath, that's what it will always end on. This is an awesome force. If you've never seen this before, and I hadn't until learning this trick, I think it's awesome. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this force. It's absolutely, insane. I love it. So you force the color, red. Now you want to force the suit. So again, you can have them choose either packet, doesn't matter which one. And you say, let's say they choose this one. And you say, okay, red, so that's hearts and diamonds. Now we know it's a heart, right? Because that's our force card. So you say hearts and diamonds, going to do the same thing again. Heart underneath, diamond, heart, diamond, whatever you're left with, that's going to be the suit. And you say, now remember, you dealt these cards randomly. So this could have been a random number of cards. If you'd have dealt more or less cards, it would have a different outcome. That is a lie, but it's psychology. And there's quite a lot of psychology here. So don't forget that, very important. So we're forcing hearts. So heart underneath first, hearts, diamonds, 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 hearts. Works every time. It's such an awesome force. Love that. Right. Now you just need to force the 10, which is really easy. And this is the really great bit because the 10's already on the bottom. So you say, let's just have a look at the card you cut to, and you show this card and it's a 10, right? Here's the nice bit. Here's the psychology. You say, now remember, you chose that this pile was going to be the value. If you'd have chose one of the other piles, you'd have got a different card. Now we've been dealing these cards and mixing them up, but they completely forget about that and it seems logical. And this really sells it. It's awesome. So you say it was red, it was a heart, it was a 10. So, and you've been dealing the cards the whole time. You shuffled, you did everything. You chose how many cards was in each pile. You chose which pile represented the color, suit, and value. But you ended up with a 10 of hearts, and you have them take the card, flip it over, it's the 10 of hearts. This is, I think, one of the best self-working card tricks you can do. Guys, if you like the trick, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. We do these tricks every single week. And if you haven't seen the viral impossible prediction trick, I'll put it up here. Check it out. That's all from me, guys. I'll see you soon in the next video.